Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today I'm going to make a Klingon bat'leth. This Klingon bat'leth is actually not the first movie prop I've made for myself. The first one I actually made was here, and it's a Le Marchand box. And it's actually from Hellraiser. Obviously it doesn't work because I'm here. And so the next thing on my list to do was actually to make myself one of these bat'leths. And what surprised me during making of this project here was that it's actually a very solid weapon. The guy who designed this actually designed a proper weapon because the balance is just amazing. This is 1/4 inch, 6 millimeters, thick, mild steel, and I've treated the surface of it so that it won't rust. And what I really like about this weapon is how versatile it is. And it just works fantastic. I just really love the balance of this thing. If I had to go to a sword fight, I definitely would actually use one of these things because they're a lot deadlier. The balance is great, nice and sharp, everything. I didn't sharpen this because I don't want to kill myself. But even without that, just the blunt weight of this going down on anybody, you know, they're done for. So the first step towards making something like this here is actually making a small version of it, which is this here. So this one here is what I laser cut in the shop. And I just wanted to get an idea when I made this was to get the hand placement right. So I wanted to design this weapon for my hands and my height and my body size versus, you know, somebody who's like Klingon and, you know, massive guy. So this here, you can see how it fits together. It's just a piece of scrap MDF. 1/4 inch is the same thickness as the steel that I used. Now this here, I've realized that my hand placement was a little bit challenging for like the here, so I brought some of these designs down a little bit. So after laser cutting this here, I made a couple more design changes. And the next step was actually to cut a full scale version of it. This time I used the CNC router that you see behind me here. And this is what I came up with the MDF. The fit is perfect. It's actually a pretty good weapon just as it is. If you had to fight somebody with this, it wouldn't last very long, but it's actually really good. That's when I realized that I needed to do a couple more slight changes to the design. But overall, I was very, very happy with how this felt and just the placement of the holes for the hands and that kind of stuff. what gauge of metal this is. This is just regular mild steel, and it's 3 gauge, or again 1/4 inch or 6 millimeters thick. And the reason why I went with mild steel is because this is just a prop that will pretty much go on the wall unless there's a zombie apocalypse coming anytime soon. And so I wanted something that was nice and solid to my hand. I could have cut this out of titanium, I could have cut it out of stainless steel, all these kind of things. And if I were to do another one, I'd probably make it out of stainless steel. And the only reason for that is because this took a lot of angle grinding to get to this polished sort of feel to it. The nice thing about mild steel is the cost, over titanium or stainless steel even. And so when I decided to plasma cut this here, I decided also that I was only going to finish one side of it. So after a lot of angle grinding, this here is the finished result. This definitely be improved upon further. And if I use stainless steel, I wouldn't have to angle grind it at all, which is one reason why I'd go with that. This is what the mild steel originally looked like here. So you can still, it still looks kind of cool. I wouldn't have minded just keeping this kind of look to it, but I wanted something nice and shiny to have on the wall. Now what you see here is just regular twine. I didn't have any roped leather here in the shop, and finding or just going and stuff in the stores right now is a lot of trouble. And I just want to get this project done because it's been sitting on my to-do list for a while. So the twine actually ended up working really, really good. You get a really good grip out of it. And the purpose of the twine is because otherwise, if you're just holding mild steel, it gets incredibly hard on the hands. So that's probably why in the medieval times they'd use leather. In my case here, just twine, and it just does a so-so job. If I were to carry this a lot and actually use it in combat, I would definitely use leather over twine, just because it's easier on the hands. And also it forms to your grip, which gives it even a better feel to it. So if you're looking for a custom whatever, contact me at CNCKing.com. We cut basically anything out of anything for anything.